Hello, and welcome to Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea 2022. I'm Gloria.
And I'm Rosetta. Happy New Year,
Happy
everyone.
New Year. It's a brand new year.
And
Woo!
our very first chat over tea.
Yes.
2022. I'm so excited.
I am too.
And we have new teas to celebrate and to share with everyone. And thank you so much for returning.
Yes.
We really, really love your support.
Yes.
And for those that are new to our channel, thank you so much for checking us out. And I hope you like our chats.
Yes, and we hope you subscribe to our channel, because I just learned that in order to be considered real, you need at least 100 subscribers.
Yes.
So, we're good. We're wonderful, wonderful people, wonderful, wonderful women, wonderful, wonderful souls. So yeah, we'd like 100, but 1,000 would be even better. So let's get those subscriptions going.
Subscriptions, yes. And if you want to be the first to be notified when you can watch our chats, you can hit that bell notification. Ding-a-ling-ling. There's our little bell, jingle bell.
And it's peace.
Says
We're
peace on
sending
it.
peace to the world.
So peace, that's notifications.
Yes.
And thumbs up. Gloria's saying that. What does that thumbs up mean?
If you like our video, hit thumbs up.
Yes, to show that you liked it.
Yes, and if you want to subscribe,
it's down below. Did we say subscribe? Yes, I think we did.
Yeah, we're
going to
just
say it
driving.
again.
They say the rule of 8. So you'll hear subscription a lot.
We love it. Okay. So, Silicon Valley Girls chat over tea, and tea is what we start our chats off with. And Gloria's going to talk about what tea we're drinking today.
Okay, so this company is called Teas with Meanings. Okay, the creator is out of Oakland. She's in the process of opening her own tea shop, which is a blessing, because very few people are opening businesses right now. A lot of companies are shutting down. So, anything you can do to reach out to any company and support them, Rosetta and I would really appreciate it. Yes.
We love it.
We have to help each other. So today we're trying a tea blend called Autumn. Now, I want you to think about this. Autumn is apple, carrot flakes, blackberry, strawberry leaves, eucalyptus, lemongrass, mint, ginger, and magic. I love the magic.
Mint, ginger, and magic.
And let me tell you, the smell, oh my God.
I could smell the apple. I could smell the ginger. I could smell a lot of things here. And we've had it seeping, a little
bubble.
Tea bubble here.
Yes, I think I'm going to leave my little tea steeper in, because.
And we're going to try it. And it's like, the color is like
amazing.
It's burgundy.
Yeah.
The actual color of this tea is burgundy, and it just smells
amazing.
I wish we had smell-o-vision.
Yes.
Yeah, so cheers. Ooh, I get that kick.
Oh, wow. Lots of flavors.
Lots of different flavors. There's this one flavor in particular. I don't know what it is. Is it blackberry? Must be blackberry, strawberry leaves. Well, you get that kick when you're drinking it.
Yeah, you do. And you also get the, I think you're right. I think it's the blackberry and the lemongrass.
Don't taste too much of lemongrass, but lemongrass is always subtle anyway.
Yeah, it's very subtle.
I think it's
the
a
lemongrass
strawberry.
And the mint.
I get strawberry.
Yeah.
That's
what I love is that we are each getting different flavors, which means it's a really good blend versus some teas that you get and you get nothing.
When we opened it, immediately we could smell the flavors.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Some teas you don't even smell anything.
Well, we look forward to going to, Teas with Meanings in person at the tea house
when it
one
opens,
day.
because she just announced that she's on the way of opening one. So
Yes.
exciting.
Yes. Well, we always like to kick our chats off talking about our girl Ellen. And as you know, Ellen reminds us to be kind to one another, to listen to one another. This is season 19, so she's wrapping up. I think we have her somewhere between February and April before she'll be done for good. I'm sure she's got a lot of things going on during the holiday season. Some of the shows kind of lagged a little bit because I mean, 19, I want Ellen, 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 Ellen.
We want it all out there, Ellen.
That's right. And we were getting a lot of co-hosts, and I understand because it's cold and with COVID and you want to, be careful and be safe. So we're looking forward to seeing what happens in 2022. Okay, so let's just get going with our chat. Happy New Year, once again, like we said. And, New Year's Eve was different because I love LL Cool J. And LL Cool J was supposed to perform at Jack London Square. No, Jack London Square is ours.
Times Square.
Yeah, I knew it was a
Rockin'
square.
Eve.
Yeah. Yes, with Ryan Seacrest. Yes. And the night before, he got COVID. He tested positive for COVID. I think, he was fine, but, they weren't going to let him get out there and, do his thing. So that was kind of set aside. So because he wasn't there, sometimes I would kind of surf around. And at one point, there was also another event with Andy Cohen was with
Anderson
Cooper. And Andy Cohen was drunk. And he started saying some very unflattering things like, you should stay here and party with us, but if you want to be bored, you can go down the street where Ryan Seacrest is with his Rockin' Eve show, ha ha ha. Now, Anderson was laughing. And it was the kind of laugh, how when you're embarrassed for someone.
Yes, you're like yeah, you should really,
yourself,
under your breath.
Shut up.
Just keep your mouth shut. But he kept going, and
Yes.
he said some other unforgettable remarks.
Yes.
And it was just, I can't remember exactly, but there were so many remarks he made that it was just, I don't even know why they allow them to even drink.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I think that should be banned.
I mean, and I think he went there as a guest of Anderson, just to kind of hang out.
Right.
But the thing is, as we're always telling you, it's about these ratings and it's about money. So they thought by letting him lose his mind in public, it would be okay because the ratings.
Well, isn't this I think they've done it before, haven't they, with Andy Cohen, or is this the first year? I thought that Andy Cohen had done it before with Anderson Cooper.
If he did, he wasn't drinking.
No, okay, I don't remember.
So
because I know Anderson Cooper has always done the New Year's, his version of the New Year's events.
So that kind of caught me off guard. And then I started thinking about it. Today is January 12th, 2022. You don't hear nothing about it. Now, when other individuals do something and they make mistakes, oh my God, it is plastered everywhere for weeks and months. So what is it about Andy that he got a pass, that all he had to do is say, I was drunk and I'm sorry? Whereas other people can say, I'm drunk, I'm sorry, I lost my mind, it doesn't matter.
And it would have, other people, it may have affected their career.
Yeah.
For saying such, I thought it was
derogatory.
Yes, I was going to say nasty comments.
Yes. Very, very derogatory. So it was a interesting way to start 2022. And I always thought, because Andy Cohen, whenever Ryan Seacrest is out, sometimes he comes in on the Kelly and Ryan show. So I thought to myself, you're going to have to clean this up because Kelly's not going to want to sit next to you. And Kelly is Anderson Cooper's baby's godmother.
Right.
So there's this whole tight coupling, and I just didn't understand.
No.
I didn't understand. So that sort of kicked off the year. Oh my God, my dear, 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 dear Wendy, girlfriend in my head. We want to kick it off in 2022 by saying, how you doing?
I really hope that, well, we don't know.
We can't
even say we can't really hope because we have no idea. Could be really bad or it could be really good. Nobody knows. Big question mark above everyone's head.
We just want you to take care of yourself. I want you to know that we are all so hungry for your show that when you get better, we're here. And if your health doesn't allow you to come back, I remember your documentary that you did on Lifetime, and I had no idea at one point you were on the radio in your bed because you had to be on bed rest to make sure you took your son to full term. So I know how important this show is to you. I just want you to know that we love you. We're here for you. You just take care of yourself, okay? And of all the people you have had to take care of your show while you were out, Sherry Shepherd has knocked it out of the park.
No one can beat Sherry Shepherd.
Yeah.
Up to date.
So far. Now,
So
you
far.
may bring someone else in. And I'm not saying that they're not, like I like, at first I was like, I didn't know. But Michael, I liked, the way he started talking about Kanye and Kim and Pete. Oh, I was like, okay, now I see why you selected him to also fill in. So it's not that they're bad. It's just that Sherry, with her comedic background and her personality,
And she involves all
Your
the
staff.
staff members, which
Yes.
is what I like.
yes.
And I like the fact that you can relate to her. She's
Yes.
personable and she's funny.
and
and
that,
she-
that she kind of channels a little you. So you know how when you sit down you always show off your legs? When
She-
Sherry sits down, she moves her dress, and that little Mrs. Santa dress she had on with those over the knee
was
red
cute.
boots. Woo! 2 snaps. That was hot.
Yes, it
So
was.
she's channeling you. Even though you're not there, we still know you're there. So take care, Wendy, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Golden Globes and Oscars.
Did you hear about? I didn't even. You know what? I completely forgot about the Golden Globes, dear, until my husband told me that they didn't have them this year, and I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
they just announced it.
They just announced it, and they tweeted every time they
Yeah.
had the winners.
Yeah.
And the reason being, if you don't know, everyone, because I didn't know this, the reason for that is because the stars boycotted the Golden Globes. Because there are the people that vote on the what's the body of people
Right.
that vote,
Right.
they don't have anyone of color. It's all white people. So they're boycotting that, and it's 20. She's liking the tea.
I'm liking this
I'm
tea.
going to take this out.
Yeah,
and
you
I'm
have to
gonna-
let it sit for a little bit. You have to do that, and then it won't run too much.
I'm just scared. I don't want this to
I
come
know.
apart and the whole tea leaves
I know
fall
everything
inside my
go
tea.
everywhere.
Trying to be slick about this.
So to the stars who actually took a stand for the right reason, we salute you.
Salute you. Yes.
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 Cheers.
Cheers. And we had some good winners. I didn't really watch or even go online to see all the
Right.
winners were, but there
Yeah.
were some good winners. Like I don't know, you didn't watch Squid Game,
No.
but I watched Squid Game, and the old man, the supporting actor, he
Right.
won
Okay.
in that, so I was happy about that. But that's as far as I
I
know,
know.
because they tweeted it. I didn't go.
Yeah.
I didn't go on Twitter.
I don't tweet. So
And that was Golden Globes.
Yes.
So I hope they're going to change that now, because
Yes.
going forward, I want the Golden Globes to come back.
I think now you have to correct me because, like I said, I haven't watched it. She hasn't really watched it. I think I heard something though that Nicole Kidman won for Lucy.
Yes.
And I
yes,
saw Lucy and Desi, and I mean,
being Ricardo.
yes, at a certain point, Nicole Kidman is a good actress because I stopped seeing her because I love Lucy. I could watch I Love Lucy, and then like Fred and Ethel and the 4 of them, and how they showed us behind the scenes of all the conflicts. It's like, I'm not going to do this scene if I have to sit with him and she's like, well, I don't want to be with you either. I mean, all of this and the relationship and the love, this was done so well that they're now looking at doing more docu-series about Lucy and Ricky. So I think that's awesome.
Well, I know because I didn't grow up here, so I don't know too much about them, but I know I Love Lucy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to watch it because I didn't.
It's a good movie.
Well, they kept showing, I see little snippets,
Yes.
and I was watching the trailer, and I'm like, I don't know if
I know.
I don't know if Nicole Kidman could really.
I know I didn't, and I was like,
Okay,
why give it to her when there's so many other actresses that have natural red hair?
But you said she did a good job.
She does a good job.
She does a good
so
job.
I think she actually won an award for this because
nice.
that's the only event that I think has happened where they gave out awards.
And that movie is recent as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
it's
they
brand new.
Yeah, so good for you, Nicole. And for those of you that have watched it, what do you think? Comment below.
Let us know.
And now I'm going to watch it. Now I'm
Yes.
excited to watch
That
it.
was really, really
So
good.
the Oscars, they're thinking of having
host.
This time.
Yes.
They haven't had one since 2018.
That's right.
Yeah, so
And that was Jimmy Kimmel. He was the last.
Jimmy Kimmel, yeah, that's correct.
Yeah,
and then
Ellen was the year before.
Right, and then the year after they asked Kevin Hart, and he decided not to do it because of some issues he had with comments he had made and backlash he got from that.
Yeah.
So he just didn't want to do it, even though Ellen was pushing him to do it.
Oh, I know, because she was like, as a comic, you can't just let people tell you what you think is funny. But one of the things, when I was younger, I used to sit with my dad on Saturdays, and we would listen to Richard Pryor. And I remember he used to say some of the most inappropriate things, but they were funny. I mean, he would take the pain and the situations of the current world and put them into a humorous, because it wasn't that he was trying to be kind. He would say, boy, and you would just laugh. I mean, some of the things. And what Kevin used to do, being a father and married and all that, is he would, some of his humor could be a little risque. However, there are lots of people who, I don't go to a comedy show to watch, for you to have to watch what you say. I want you to take what's going on in the world, like the Kim Kardashian West divorcing Kanye Kanye, whatever he wants to be today, and make it funny. Talk about the fact that he wants her back and he bought a house across the street, and how he's doing a concert and he starts crying, Kimberly, come back to me. That's what a comic does. So I agree with Ellen. I thought Kevin should have just man up and did the show. I really did.
Yeah, I was surprised he didn't do it. I thought he would do it. I thought he would have had a change of heart and seen it a different perspective, different point of view, but he didn't do it. But we're going to have another host, and they're not sure who it is, but they're thinking it could be Spider-Man.
Yes.
I forget the name of that guy, but I always forget the names of the actors.
Know. But you know who we're talking about.
The most recent one, right?
Yes.
The good-looking
one. The one that's in love with Zendaya, and Zendaya is in love with him.
Yeah.
The ones that the producers and directors said, don't you two get romantic. Now, what do you do when you tell a child, don't do that? That's the first thing they try and do. So they're now romantically.
Are they involved?
They are involved.
I did not know that. I know that.
Involved.
Oh, I'm so happy.
They're beautiful.
So happy for them.
Just
Such
so
a
pretty.
good couple. Yes. So looking forward to the Oscars.
Yes. As we hear more, we will let you know what we hear. So for the new year, speaking of comics, Steve Harvey. Now, Steve Harvey is the kind of person where Steve Harvey will do something as a comic. He will say something that might not be the most appropriate, and he gets himself in trouble. Well, he's like a rolling ball. He's like a snowball. Yeah. You know how you put a little snow together and then you start rolling it, and as it goes,
bigger and
it
bigger
gets
and bigger.
So, he's got Family Feud. He's got a Celebrity Family Feud. He's always coming up with new shows. Well, his new show is Judge Steve Harvey. And I thought, okay, this is ridiculous. You're doing too much, Steve. Leave it alone.
I didn't think it was ridiculous. I just thought, how does he become Judge Steve with not his law degree?
Well, and he comes out and his disclaimer, he's like, I am not a judge. This is based on me, what I think, what I feel. So I was watching it, and there's this couple, and there's a girl that's been with a man for 20 years. She's given him 4 children, and she's suing him for like $4,500 for a party that she would have given to her bridesmaid to get married.
Right.
And he countersues her back $2,300 for the engagement ring that he gave her that she lost 14 years ago.
$2,300.
Yes. And $300 of the $2,300 is for it was for something like really, really stupid. So Steve says to him, he goes, man, you are stupid. He said, you're so stupid. He comes out of the little judge thing, comes down, takes a selfie with him, and he said, you're in trouble. Oh, he's like, okay, so $300 is what you just spent. So that let her know he only spent $2,000 for the ring. Okay. And then he's like, you're just stupid. So she wants $4,800. So he's like, I'm disallowing your countersuit. No. And then he tells her, He says, for all the ride or die things that you've done, standing by him, giving him 4 beautiful children, he awards her $10,000. And he's like, case dismissed. And the guy, because he told him, he's like, you've got a hell of a woman here. Who do you know would stay with a man for 20 years and bear him 4 children? And, because his thing is, I love her. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to get married. When people get married, they act crazy.
Right.
So he's afraid of marriage, but he wants to keep his woman. So
he wants to have his cake and eat it too.
And that's what Steve said, So it's a very interesting show. So if you checked it out, let us know what you think.
I will. I watched a little bit of it because it came on and I was like, this is very funny.
Yes.
I was like pleasantly surprised.
I was too. Because I was laughing, and at first I was like, I just put it on because I know her. And I'm like, okay, we got a New Year chats. Let's see what's new out there. And I started watching it, and I watched the whole thing. He's done 2. Last night was the second one. And I watched both of them, and I thought, I can't believe I'm watching this.
I'm going to put it on my YouTube. I'm going to put it as one to record.
Yes. So we're going to turn a little bit serious, and then we'll go back to some more fun. In the United States of America, there is a program underfoot. Voter rights. There are 19 states that have passed laws that will make it difficult for people to vote. They are, say for example, my mom's 85. My mom can't go and stand in no line to vote.
Right.
So she and her whole complex, they have people who come there, and they have stations there, or she can pick up her ballot, fill it out, and put it in the mail, and it's all acceptable. There are certain states that's not acceptable. There's this, so yesterday President Biden did a talk, and he's like, I've been trying to talk to people very quietly and privately. He goes, I'm tired of talking. He goes, you can't give a person a bottle of water who is standing in line to vote. That's ridiculous. You are closing down all of the polling stations in a particular part of town because you think that town has individuals in it that are not going to vote for you. That's ridiculous. So I was watching, I love the Discovery Channel because I love animals, especially babies. And they were talking about baby elephants. So I remember the first time I went to a circus and I saw the chain on the elephant's leg, and I thought, that can't hold nothing. All that elephant had to do was move its leg. Well, I didn't know, and on the Discovery show, they talked about when elephants are babies, they shackle their legs. So the baby elephant tries and tries and tries, and eventually it just stops. It doesn't try anymore. Now, I think this voter suppression is that people that are in our government are trying to treat us like we're baby elephants. They're trying to convince us we can't do nothing. We just have to sit down and take it. Let me tell you, young people, do not sit down and take it. Another thing that blew my mind about, voter suppression and all of that, most of the people that are in office, the average ages are like 70 and 80.
They're up there.
And I'm like, when I get there, I want to be laying on a beach drinking Mai Tais and margaritas.
I don't want to be in office.
No,
especially
if I'm not there for the people. If
Right.
I'm not there of the people, for the people, by the people, I need to take my booty home. And I think that's the message we need to send to some of these politicians. So I am happy to see that President Biden is talking about this, because I think people in some of these smaller states have been lied to so much that they think they're the baby elephant. And they don't understand that they are the mama elephant.
But they've been brainwashed for so long that they can't figure out right now, because they're under this brainwash that they've been lied to. They believe it so much that there's no way that you can change their mind anymore, which is the sad thing about that, right?
It really is.
I don't know, what's going to happen and what Biden can do to change their minds.
Yeah, and I always tell you, I listen to this local news radio station called KGO 810 AM here in Northern California. And people call in and they're like, we voted for him and we put him in office and he hasn't done anything. And it's like, are you kidding me? Okay, he hasn't even hit his first year anniversary date yet. We had a previous president in office for 4 years that you gave all the time on planet Earth to do what he wanted to do, which was to make him and his family richer. And they are. So here is someone who's trying to do something for you. However, you can't give him 2 years. You're barely giving him 9 months, 10 months. I mean, there's a clock ticking on everything he does. And do you not realize he had a lot to undo? He had a lot to undo just to put us back in a safe spot.
Within the first 100 days, because they always judge a president by the first 100 days.
Yes.
And he had adopted a country that was just chaotic and just, falling apart.
Yeah.
And I think what he said that what he wants to do as a president is to not have people against each other for politics.
Absolutely.
The red and white states.
Yes.
He wanted it for the people. Everything is for the people.
Yeah, to come together, to stop acting bad.
Yes, and I think he's done that.
Yeah.
And I don't believe that the president before him did that.
No.
As soon as he was in office, everything was about politics, the reds and the whites.
Yeah.
Everything was divided from day one.
The thing that I want people to also realize is the previous president, it was about him. It is about him. I also heard today that Clay Aiken is going to run for governor of North Carolina because he's mad that, he invites people to come to North Carolina and it's like, no, I don't feel good going there, And I know I have family there, and my sister, she's not there anymore. She moved to Atlanta. But she'd be like, I want you and your husband. And I was like, As a woman, I'm tolerated, but my husband would not be tolerated. And I'm not going to put him in an environment like that. So all I can say is the people who are currently in office, the reason that they're also trying to do this is so they can stop term limits. They want, once they're elected, that they are there till they die.
Oh.
So I want you to look around who you have in office. What's their current age? If they're 82, 90, they need to go home. We have a representative here in California, and she's hanging in there trying to do what she can because she doesn't want us to go from being a Democratic state to a Republican state. Because, as all over the United States, there's all types of controversy. But the thing is, we have got to start looking at new generations. And if, the people that are the Gen X generation, they're babies and they're talking about how can I get in office? Because they're tired of looking at people. They're like, you can't relate to me because you don't know me and you're not trying to get to know me. And like Rosetta said earlier, it's about listening. You have to listen. And if you don't have the compassion to listen, you need to go home because, it may not happen when we want it. I guarantee you, you are going to have to stand and atone for your actions one day. I promise you. So when you're out there and you're doing something and you think to yourself, I got up, trust me, you didn't. I watch people cut me off on the freeway and I think to myself, you shouldn't have done that. And then somebody cuts them off. You shouldn't do that.
I think it's the energy, right? What goes around comes around.
Absolutely.
I always believe
karma.
That. I always believe that big time.
Yes.
So
I believe in karma too. So, let's see. Okay, let's just go there. I don't even have the words.
Okay.
The Bachelor.
Let's just go there. Oh. Okay, you're talking about The Bachelor now.
Yeah,
okay. Oh my God. Let's just go. For people, Bachelor Nation, have you been watching it?
No, I heard the numbers are down and they're going to get worse.
You know what? You know us, we're Bachelor people, right? We've watched. We come on every week and we talk about The Bachelor.
Yes.
This season, I wasn't sure if I was going to watch it, even though I recorded it. Monday comes, usually I'm all excited.
Right.
The first episode comes on with Clayton. I never watched it. I was like, I don't think I want to watch it. But then, a couple of days later, because I recorded, I said, I'm just going to watch it.
That's
just
what I did
see.
too. I said, I'm just going to be prepared to talk.
Yes. Because we know we have to say something, right?
Yes.
So, because we kind of already know what's going to happen, because they keep foreshadowing
right.
the final women that are going to be on there, which is really annoying. I don't know why they keep honing in on that. The women and them crying on the steps and this and that. That's really bugging me.
Right.
Okay, so I have a lot of things I need to say. It's bugging me on that. I really like Clayton. From Michelle's season, we got to see what a lovely man he is.
Especially with kids.
With the kids, and how he said he's ready to have a family and he wants to settle down. I love him. You got to see the real side of him instead of just that show side that he's coming on trying to be with Michelle.
Right.
So I watched it, and my feeling is, this is my feedback. Clayton, you need to open your eyes.
Hello.
You need to open your eyes. I think that you're so desperate for a relationship that you're not seeing straight. You're way too fast. He's like saying he loves people and he's kissing every woman under the sun.
And these aren't pecks.
These
are
full-on smooches.
And I'm like, oh my God. Okay, forget about COVID. What about STDs? I'm in mommy mode. And I thought, ew. And there are some very nice girls, and then there are some that it's like, I could be Stevie Wonder, and I could tell you, that's not a girl for you.
He doesn't see them.
Cassidy, from last night, I was so sick, and he gave her a rose.
He did. He gave her the first rose,
the
first impression rose, right?
No, the first group.
The first group, that's right.
So,
the first group
they are going out to
birthday
to
party.
be with children, okay? There's a little girl named Maya. So one of each bachelorette is given a task, and they're to work in groups. There were people who did not do nothing. Cassidy, she says, she takes them and she goes, well, while they're doing that, come, go with me.
She takes him to the pool or something.
So that she can, get to know him. And then she goes all in and she's kissing him and she's all over him. And then she comes back. The girl has had to build that portion of the
it was
wall.
A castle or something they had to build.
It by
that
herself.
was, yes, because Cassie was off gallivanting with
then she goes and picks the cake, which it's not her responsibility.
She takes the cake that another woman has spent an hour working on decorating.
Instead of letting the woman do her own cake. And then the little girl, she goes, oh my God, the cake says Maya. It has my name on it. And she drops the cake.
Cassidy drops the cake and she's not even apologetic.
I would be like, you got to go. What kind of man wants a woman who is going to spoil a child's birthday party?
So that was the mistake that Clayton made.
Yes.
He shouldn't, from that one act, he should have said, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Why would you come and drop the cake and not even be apologetic
for it? You want me, but you don't want to have children with me. Because I don't want a wife and mother who would treat my child and my child's friends the way you just did.
Yeah.
He says to the school teacher, he goes, you're warm. I think her name is Selena or something like that. And, the way you were with the kids. And then he goes, and Cassidy, and all the girls are looking at him like, are you kidding me? And then he gives her the rose.
And he gives her the rose. So we're all shocked. And I think that do you get that feeling that he's too desperate? He's way too desperate because he's going with, he's like a
kid in a candy shop at Disneyland.
And he keeps saying, which is annoying because he's actually hypocritical. He's saying, I'm, I want authenticity. He's doing what all the other, like Michelle did and Tasha did. I'm here and I want authenticity. I don't want things happening in the...
Right.
But I don't find him authentic enough.
No.
Because he is.
Because he shouldn't have went off with her to the pool. if she said, I want to talk to you, I would have went over to talk to her. But when she started trying to mount me, I'd be like, well, slow your
There
roll.
was 2 times she went off with him, and the
Yeah.
second time was just all over him, and he
Oh
just
yeah,
took it
because
all.
she had the cake up, because
Yeah.
she
Or
took the
after the
baby's
cake.
cake,
Yes.
and she wipes the icing all over her.
And then she takes him again.
Said, let's go get the cake. Let's go in and get in the pool.
Second time around, she's like legs over him, and he's enjoying it.
Yeah.
Well, it definitely doesn't seem like he's not enjoying it.
I was
He's
like-
enjoying it. He's taking it full on, and I was like,
I was done. I was like, okay, I'm done.
so I don't know what I'm going to do, because I already know. We've already seen who the final women are. Well, I guess we kind of know who the final women are,
Right.
but I don't know. And then there's another big hoo-ha with 2 other ladies as well.
Right.
The second group of women that went on a date with him, and I didn't really pay attention because I was
No.
fast forwarding it.
Me too,
So I
because
didn't
I
really
was
have
so
any
overwhelmed
details.
with
Yeah.
how much I could not believe he gave Cassidy a rose.
Yes.
And then the preview, and he says, how do you take back a rose? So I'm hoping he's going to take it back.
Yo, so someone, yes, you're right. See, I didn't even remember. I forgot
Yes.
about that part. Someone tells him that she's not here for the right reasons.
Right.
She's had a guy back home
Yes.
that she's been talking to.
Yes.
So he calls the host, I don't even know his name, back in and says,
Jesse.
have you ever...
Jesse.
Oh, I forgot Jesse. I'll talk about Jesse as well.
Yeah.
Have we ever taken back the rose? Okay, I think Jesse is a new host. He's
Yeah.
completely wrong for this. I'm telling you.
He was a bachelor, and I know he was a bachelor. However, his thing is a sportscaster on ABC. You need to go back to sportscasting.
He's fine as a bachelor. I mean,
Yeah.
I think the reason why they chose him was because he's been there and done that.
Yeah, and he'll
But-
know the insight.
Yes, but being a host, he acts too like, is he trying to be, he's not being himself.
Well, I don't know if it's not being himself or if he's overwhelmed or what. Okay, give you an example. So he goes in to talk to the girls, and he's got and they go, do you have a date card? And he's like, there you go. That's not what they always says. Chris, as well as the girls, they would go, yes, I have the first date card, and I'm going to leave it here with you ladies, and you have a good night, and I'll see you later. I mean, he just put the card down and left. He didn't say none of the normal spills.
Well,
so
he didn't. And then when he talks, when he first introduced himself, I thought he was trying too hard to be like Chris.
Yeah.
I think he
needs
actually
to be
watched.
himself,
I think
yeah.
he watched too many reruns of the shows and trying to emulate Chris.
Yeah.
You don't need to be like
Be
Chris. We
yourself.
want you to be yourself.
Yes.
So-
Act like you used to do when ABC would send you out to the Super Bowl, and you'd be running on the sidelines catching passes and having fun.
Yes.
That's what you need to be, your authentic self, because
I don't see that in
We
you.
didn't
Sorry,
get that.
I don't see that in you. You need to. I mean, yes, it's a TV show and you want to put your best foot forward, but you're trying too hard.
yes, way too hard.
Less is more. That's what I always say.
Yes. So we also wanted to just ask everyone to be careful and be safe. The weather patterns across the United States and the world right now are just crazy. I was talking to a friend, and she said, and she just, very casually, yeah, we're expecting 25 inches. And I went, 25 inches of snow in one day? And she goes, yeah.
That's too much.
So one of the things, because my husband has a health compromised system, I always keep him away from people. But when I feel really good, I'll get up and take him for a ride. So I just heard that Sonoma County and Santa Cruz County, their reservoirs are at 81%. So they're good on water. Now we have a place, if you take, go down past Gilroy and you take 152 to 5 like you're going to Los Angeles, there's some reservoirs. And these reservoirs used to be full to where you could park your car and walk maybe, 12 feet in water. There's no water. There are trees growing where there used to be water.
Right.
So we are having a lack of water, and we're grateful that they're getting a lot of snow in Tahoe and Reno, and they're getting sick of it because I have a girlfriend in Reno, like down, not in the mountains, down, and they got snowed her car in, and she sent me this little video, and she's like, I thought a spatula was supposed to work. And I'm like, girlfriend, they said, no, and she's like, well, what about water? And I go, no, you could crack your windshield. So people are getting snow where they didn't normally have it. People are getting rain where they didn't. And I
would like more rain. We
yes.
had that a couple weeks ago. We remember we
Yes.
had the heavy rain
yes.
downpours.
Yes.
And all of a sudden stopped and nothing, no rain.
Yeah, but they're hoping like next week we'll start to get a little bit more rain, because like Seattle and Portland, oh my God, they're getting so much rain now, and I'm like, okay, God, just
bring it all,
give us some air.
Some our way.
Yes. So be careful, be safe when you're out and about, because the weathers are, they're just fast moving, and all along the East Coast, Maine, New York, New Jersey, I mean, they're waking up to like minus 25, and I'm like, dear God. And
I
that's
can
with the
barely
wind
deal
chill.
with 50 degrees. I think that's cold.
I know, minus 25. You're like, okay, no, too cold for me.
don't need to get out of my nice warm bed with the electric blankets.
Yes. So, along with our weather, we are also experiencing, I call it the revenge of COVID. I believe in my heart that if you eradicate something, it goes away. However, if you play with it, it plays back. This, thing that we're doing with the COVID and the COVID variants, it's not very good. So here in Northern California, our numbers are going up by the grace of God, not for the vaccinated, the unvaccinated. 98% of the people in the hospital. And I just heard in LA propers, that they've had to put strict rules. No more than 50 individuals inside a building at a time must be masked at all times. No more than 100 individuals outdoors must be masked at all times. So this particular variant is fast moving. I've been told that, you can be with someone for 5 minutes and you got it. And if you're with them for half an hour, it's done.
Right.
If you're not vaccinated, not wearing your mask, not properly social distancing, etc.
Well, I do know some people who've got the variant Omicron, but they've been vaccinated and they are boosted, but their symptoms are not as...
They're mild.
Yeah. But it just depends. They're saying that it's not as serious as Delta,
right,
but it's really fast. And I'm telling you, this is affecting a lot of people.
Yeah.
Especially, we're going to talk about the effects of how it's affecting the supply chain in grocery stores.
Yeah.
Have you noticed? Have you gone to the grocery stores lately? The shelves are empty.
Yeah, we got empty shelves again.
Yeah, because people just can't come to work.
Yeah.
Even if you've been in close contact with someone, you shouldn't come to work.
And then, we have cray-crays, and I'm just saying cray-cray because I don't want to be rude or nasty. We have cray-crays who are telling teachers and nurses and doctors, if you get it and you're asymptomatic, come to work.
Go back to work.
So the nurses and doctors are going, are you kidding me? So I could see someone who's in for a general, I'm just in for my annual eye test and I have COVID and I give them COVID. I mean, I don't know.
It's pretty crazy, everyone. So, and things are more expensive now.
Oh my God.
Like just
everything.
Everyday things that we usually buy.
Yeah.
The prices are going up and up and up.
Yeah.
Because there's too much demand and not enough supply.
And like I keep telling Rosetta, because I know where you can't put something in a cargo and have a truck it across the country, put it on a train, and some of this, I just feel we're being gouged. And the one thing that I know is I'm paying attention. I look at the prices. Now, I am not a Walmart fan. I am not a Walmart girl. That's where I go. My sister, she used to be a Safeway person, and now she's Walmart. And she has shared with me, she goes, yeah, the prices have gone up, but she goes like maybe 4 cents to, $1, depending. But if you go to Rayleigh, Safeway, Lucky, the prices are a third higher. Same if not smaller. You also have to look at the packaging. I remember when, like, say the tea in a box, if you bought a box of tea and say it would have 36 tea bags and it would be $5. The organic Lipton organic tea was like $5.99. And now it's $7.99, and they took out some of the bags.
Oh, God.
So they left the packaging, but instead of 36 or 48, there's now 30. So they're playing these games with us. But I agree. I was shocked. I was like, you know how you walk through the store and you're like, where's the don't you have? And they're like, no.
No, the supply chain. It's coming from they can't even fulfill the out of stock inventory to even load it onto the cargo trains or the whatever thing, the trucks and stuff. So because there's no one to do it, their lack of staff. Then this is all to do with Omicron.
Yeah. So that's another incentive for us to do the right thing and to be there and to support each other. So I shared with you, as we're talking about things going up, here in Northern California, we have these bridges. And on our last conversation, we talked about how the tolls were going up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, number one, you have to have what's called a fast track, which is a little device that you put on your windshield.
Right.
Okay. So you have to have that in order to do this. And if you don't, every time you go through, they take a picture of your license plate and they send you a bill. And if you don't pay that bill, it becomes a ticket. And they've now tied it to the registration of your car. And you can't register your car until you pay off your fast track. So, Benicia Martinez is $7. Carquinez is $7. Dumbarton is $7. And the Golden Gate is $8.05.
Wow.
So, everything is going up. I just cannot believe, and I think if our roads were beautiful and smooth, I don't know if you've noticed, but when we started getting the rain, those little fake pothole fillers.
The potholes all filled up with water.
Yeah, all of the potholes that had this whatever combination of stuff. It's not cement, because if it was, it wouldn't rise up and fly away.
Yes.
And so you'll be driving down the road and half your car almost falls into one of these pits. So if you're going to keep gouging your citizens with all of this money to improve the roads, you should improve a road every now and then.
Right.
And, one other thing, I wanted to just say that, our thoughts and prayers are really with New York, because they have had to really shut down. They're back to Zoom. Shows like Kelly and Ryan are on Zoom. The View's back to Zoom. Whoopi got COVID. Anna currently has COVID. Well, Whoopi and Anna are the two that currently have it. Joy, so far, she hasn't had it.
But she was out.
Yes.
So I don't know why she was out. They didn't say.
But I know Sunny had it, and what's the other person? Sarah's husband got it. And so Sarah and her husband and her kids, she said, we all just hunkered down. And like her kids would say, can we hug Papa now? I mean, that's the hardest part, when you're with your child. So just, slow down, take a beat. New York has really been going through it, because not only that, and, they even had to shut Broadway back down. There was a fire in the Bronx, and this was a major fire. I've never seen firemen cry like you saw these firemen crying. And that was because a lot of the people that were hurt were children. A lot of them are okay. They're still in the hospital, but we've lost 9 children.
This was due to a fire in an apartment complex that started off with a space heater.
Yeah.
And as we know, space heaters, they get really, really hot. And the reason, what was the main reason why this started was because of the air, right?
Right. Apparently, when you have big buildings like that, when you go in to the inside, the door is supposed to close automatic. And it had something to do with that process not working. So there's a lot of loss of lives, because I think in addition to the 10 children, there were 19 adults. So there's a lot of loss in New York. So we hope that you will all be careful and be safe. And, we're just grateful that, where we are, we're so blessed to have beautiful skies. You know, we go through our issues too. We're not sitting here telling you, oh, we don't have to worry about, we have to worry about everything that every other city and state is doing. But we're grateful that you come and hang out with us for a little time, and you know, we get to share our thoughts and our opinions of what's going on in the world. Because I think if we can all just get, you know, we do this, you know, we talk all the time. We do this specific for you because maybe we can give someone an aha moment. We can help somebody who believes the lies to stop and say, wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. And that would be a win-win, because we have to be kind, loving citizens. You cannot just put yourself in an environment and say, only people who look like me are good people.
And we also do it because we like getting together.
Yes.
And seeing each other.
And having
and
great
drinking
tea.
good tea, right? We love our teas.
Oh my God. These teas.
This tea is good.
It's very good.
And we do have another flavor for
And I wish you could see the color.
It's like a burgundy red color. Can you see? No, I don't want to spell it.
I don't either. I just want you to see it.
You can see
but it's beautiful. Great job.
It's good tea with meanings. You can look it up. And I think right now they do ship online. They don't have a physical location, but the lady is planning to open one up very, very soon.
Yes, and we look forward to checking it out. So thank you all once again for coming and hanging with us. Ellen says that she feels the love in the room. She sends it back out to everyone. Go out and make it a great day. We feel the love. We are so grateful for the opportunity to come and spend time with you. And we love you, and we send the love back.
Yes, we do. Thank you so much. And if you've enjoyed our chat today, please consider subscribing to our channel below. And hit the thumb icon so that we know that you watched and you liked it, and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of our videos. Thank you so much again, and remember to always keep smiling. Bye-bye.